Hey, shalom, Israel. This is Officer Abel again. We coming back at you, man. You know, we're gonna try to make this around 45 minutes because you know I like having my classes. Just a car ride to work, man. Just car ride to work. You can throw me in there and then get your spirit right. All right. First we're gonna start off with one of my favorite scriptures. I call it the T-shirt scripture. Read that.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
So all you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, keep the commandments with the faith in Christ. All right. Now today we're going over something I used to hear a lot when I was younger. Brothers used to say, "Hey man, money is over everything. Money over everything." That's the name of the class. Money over everything. And I was at camp, and one of the captains asked a man about the oppression that we go through. Right. This man looked the captain in his eyes and said, "I'm not being oppressed." And I hear that a lot from all these so-called rich people and all that, you know, rich or confused. People don't know they're being oppressed. You know what that means? They're not wise. They dumb. Oppression makes a wise man mad. They just some dumb people. But we're going to go over that. Like, what can bring these thoughts about oppression? And the one thing it is, money. They get money, and it confuses them. Their judgment is wrong. They doing all kind of. I have been. Trust me. I lived in the hood. You know how many big rims I don't see in the hood? It's like, yo, your rims. You could have moved out, man. You don't have to be here. Like, what is wrong with you? All right, so let's get it going. Let's give me Deuteronomy 16, 19. Deuteronomy 16 and 19, man. People are crazy, bro. Get it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 19. Thou shalt not rush judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise.
Hey, that money that you got, man, that's a gift, man. You it's something that you doing that making them money anyway. So they just give you little crumbs. Little crumbs. You like that little gift is blinding you. You been oppressed, you dummy. Don't let the gift blind you. Give me Exodus 23 and 8. It's more of this. I'm gonna stick in, you know, I'm gonna get these laws a little bit. Read it when you got it.
Exodus chapter 23 and verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise.
They do what?
Blindeth the wise.
That little gift, a little money you got is blinding you, bro. It's blinding you. You are being oppressed. You just don't know it. You are subject to payments. Just because they took them shackles off your neck and your ankles doesn't not mean that you're free. Read.
And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous.
Like saying that I'm not being oppressed. Like they can overcome their own people. That's you guys may be oppressed. I'm not oppressed. All right, dummy. Give me Sirach 20 and verse 29. I'm telling you, man. Hey, you give some. They always used to say, man, you give a dummy some money, but he gonna do some dumb things. I'm gonna tell you that right now, boy. But read that when you got it.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 20 and verse 9. There is a sinner that have good success and evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss.
You see that? Some people, you get your money, but you get in an evil way. And then you get confused. You get it by just rapping about whores and shaking your booty. Now people are actually doing whorish things and shaking their booty. People are actually selling drugs, even though you probably never ever sold drugs in your life. But you will put it in their ear. And then you get a little gain. They're like, I'm not being oppressed. I'm good. Bro, that's just a little gift, man. That is not gonna help you. It's just gonna get you going. You're going to hell, bro. Now give me Proverbs 17:23. You might be moving a little fast, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Lord's willing, this will be on YouTube. Just pause it. Read it when you got it.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 23.
17.
Verse 17. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh.
Verse 17, 23.
Sorry,
17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, 17, verse 23.
Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 23. A wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment.
To pervert the ways of judgment. That's all it's doing to you. All that money that you're getting is just perverting your ways. Guess what? Money do change people. That's why everybody don't need it. Everybody don't need that kind of money, man, where you just get confused. I'm not being oppressed. I can go do what I want to do. You above your own people now somehow. You can see people getting shot up in the streets. Like, I saw something before, and it showed that if you put rats and get them no kind of food, you put them in a cage and you put, like, drugs out there, them rats would just do them drugs and just lay around and do nothing. But you put rats, some drugs, and you got other food around, you got things that they can go do. They didn't mess with the drugs. They didn't need them. They said the rats, and then say if a rat did, they probably did it once. And like, whoa, that's crazy. Then it stopped. Well, I'm not doing that again. I don't need that. You know, I saw that somewhere. It was somewhere on YouTube. And that's how we are. We've been oppressed. We so oppressed. Guess what? All we want is some strong drink. Everybody got their thing. Whether it's strong drink, whether it's weed, we got something that we doing way too much because of our oppression. We trying to escape. We overly sexualize because some of them be like, man, you know what? I'm about to bone her. I'm like, ew, you gonna touch that? You touch skeezers, man? Leave them skeezers alone. All right, but let's get at Matthew 19. Matthew 19, we're going to start at 23.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 23. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Because he getting gifts. And you know how to say a rich person don't pay for nothing? He get a lot of stuff for free. Right. He getting all them gifts. His judgment is perverted. Read on.
Verse 24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
Hey, and that just, cause you got a lot of money, man. Your lust is crazy. And then it never can be fulfilled because you got everything. So then you just start just doing like just outrageous diddy things because you got too much money. Right. Your judgment is perverted. You start looking down on regular people with regular jobs, and they doing fine. Mm-hmm. I tell people all the time, the most fun I had, it was when I was broke. I wasn't worried about nothing. You can call me about a bill all you want to. I'm like, man, they wasting their time. Like, what? I don't know what they planning on getting. Right. We're going to take a percentage out of your account. I was like, 89,000% out of zero is still zero. I don't care what you going to do. You can't take a percentage out of zero. Ain't nothing in my account. That's why I'm sitting here, can hear the phone. I can't go nowhere. I won't have no gas. It's crazy, man. Get Luke 16. 16, we're going to start at verse 19. And sometimes brother be mad because they don't got no money. I was like, bro, get a good job, man. You'll be all right. Just keep looking, study a little bit, study your craft, keep looking, you'll be all right. Don't worry about being rich all the time. You're going to be doing some crazy crap when you get rich. Right. That ain't for everybody. You got to be a special type of person to be rich. Verse 19. Luke 16, 19.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 19. There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores. Verse 21, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments.
He was in what?
In torments.
So you can live in all the pleasures you got today, but guess what? That don't mean you're going to have it when you're dead. He was in torments. Read on.
And seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me.
Now he the one begging. Read.
And send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in this flame.
Read the last verse. Read 25.
Verse 25. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
You got all them riches. You got all the money. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't been oppressed. Read.
And likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
Then there you go. I'm not oppressed. I'm good. I'm sliding on 22s in the hood. Now this is another aspect of. We're gonna go to a different aspect. That's one aspect of you thinking that money is over everything. You forget about your brethren. Cause you're too dumb. You too many gifts. Now we're gonna go to. Hey, this happens a lot in Israel. About the money destroying people's trust with each other. They don't trust each other. They deal with each other with business and stuff and all this stuff. Like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? I ain't dealing with you no more. But now they don't even want to talk to each other, be around each other. And the same thing in marriages. You know how many marriages are jacked up because they don't know how to deal with their own money? Or is somebody that is dealing with the money don't have the common sense to know that, look, I'm terrible at this. Why don't you take care of that? Sometimes you got to take the back road if you too dumb to handle money. But let's go into it. Give me Amos 8. Give me Amos 8, because it's something that I ain't no go into details because, but brothers out there know what I'm talking about, especially brothers that talked to me before. We're going to start at verse 4. We're going to read 4 and 5.
Amos chapter 8 and verse 4. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail. Verse 5, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit.
They being deceitful. They just making they making a poor to fail. They just doing all kinds of stuff because they what they call it, they hustling. They don't give. It's kind of like United States. Like, I've been in other countries before where you need water, like in deserts and stuff, right? Guess what's free? Water. That's what you need to survive. But in the United States, let's say you needed water. Boy, 16 ounces of water be $1,000. But I'm about to get rich. I know they need some water. I'm about to hustle with this water real quick. That's how it is in Babylon, man. That's how it is in Babylon. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't do that to your brethren. You can't tip the balances. You can't confuse them, have them trying to help you do stuff, lending you money, using your power. Whatever you got going on, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You selling people stuff that don't work. Man, I heard it all. Trust me. Man, I try not to say too much, especially because some of the brothers, that's their business. So I heard in the real estate game, from cars to trucks, going into business driving trucks. Oh, it's terrible. And that's actually let's get the law. Leviticus 19, please. Leviticus 19. We'll start at verse 35. I almost forgot to get the law. You gotta watch I'm telling you, people do anything for money. Like Captain O.C. always say, money and girls. Usually money and girls. Read that Leviticus 19, verse 35.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 35. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Verse 36. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt.
You see that? He said you're supposed to deal with your brother right. You got to have the balances set. You make sure you charge him right. You ain't been evil. You got to make. And y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not putting it in. Trust me. Don't sell somebody something and is halfway broken. Like they might be able to use it about 5 or 6 times, but you charge them as if it was in good condition. And then they use it a couple of times. The shit is done. Like and that's just it. You don't and I'm just making things up. I don't want nobody to think that I'm telling anybody else's business. You sell somebody a house, and nothing works in the house, but you got and now they like, yo, I thought I was gonna get a good price, man, but I gotta fix everything in here now. You sell somebody, I don't know, some clothes. You know, these clothes will be having like little, like, you know, designs on them. You wash it one time, the design is gone. It don't peeled off. You know what I'm saying? You can't do your brother like that, man. Come on now. Come on now. Give me Deuteronomy 25. Start at 13. Verse 13.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights, a great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thine house diverse measures, a great and a small. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have. Thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
See, that's part of loving thy brethren like as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't be hustling your brothers like that, man. No hustling. Hey, Israel, do not hustle your brothers and sisters. Your brothers and sisters, don't hustle with them, man. Don't confuse them. Have them doing stuff they don't even understand. Teach them first. I know some brothers that actually teaching. They're having telegrams. They teaching brothers how to do it, for they'll know what to look out for. Now, all praises to them brothers. Hopefully, he know what I'm talking about. Let's go to Sirach 29. Cause this is some of the other way around. When you brothers that doing good, working hard, you know what I'm saying, they might lend you a little money because you know they see you falling on hard times. Read that. We're gonna read Sirach 29 verses 2 to 6.
Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29 and verse 2. Lend to thy neighbor in time of his need, and pay thou thy neighbor again in due season. Keep thy word, and deal faithfully with him, and thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. Many, when a thing was lent them.
He said, now many, when the thing was lent to the person, read.
Reckon it to be found, and put them to trouble that help them.
You see that? Now, you lent some money out. You like, all right, man, you good? You gonna give it back? Like, what's good, man? We all right? Hey, man, dang, why you bothering me all the time, man? Damn. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, bro, you know what it is. We talked about this. We got it in writing. But read on.
Verse 5. Till he have received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money, he will speak submissively.
When they come to you, they're going to come nice, calm, submissively, because they need that money, right? And then what happens? Read.
But when he shall repay,
when you ask for your money back,
he will prolong the time.
I get you next week. I get you next month. I get you next year. Read on.
And return words of grief, and complain of the time. Verse 6. If he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half, and he will count as if he had found it. If not, he have deprived him of his money, and he have gotten him an enemy without cause.
Now you pissed off. You like, I freaking hate this guy. You freaking evil ass. Read on.
He paid him with cursings and railings, and for honor he will pay him disgrace.
Exactly. That's why you got to know who you're giving to. That's why I say give to a righteous man. Because you're going to either going to even give it back, or if he never get it, you cool with it. Because the Most High going to give it back. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, he righteous. He doing what he can do. And you would know that. But when you have the people like this, because you can know how they react, what kind of person this is, how they react. That's how you're going to know. You know what I'm saying? would say they don't like. I ain't no pusher to say hate. Well, forget it. They hate them. Let's get Exodus 20:17. We're going back to the law a little bit because one thing that start pissing people off a lot, and your relationships go sour because you hustling brothers, but it start lending money to you. You don't want to pay it back. Everything is money, money, money. Money is over your whole life. Now let's see what it really is. You just covetous. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
You see that? Because you want it, because you looking at how much it's worth, what kind of money you can do. You're like, I ain't doing nothing with that. I'm gonna get that, but I'm that money. I tell you, money would drive you nuts, bro. Money would make you crazy as hell. I'm telling you, you would be sinning when you get crazy with money. You're gonna be sinning all the time. Actually, let's get an example. Let's get 1 Kings. Many of us read this before. 1 Kings. Let's go to chapter 21. Let's start at 1. We can just start at verse 1.
1 Kings chapter 21 and verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard, which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab king of Samaria. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thine vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or, if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money.
You see, now you're like, yo, I give you a little money for it. You know, I give you a little money. I just want it because you have it, and it looking good over there. I can make it even better. And he a king. He already, he should be good. But he still get covetous, man. I'm trying to tell you, because you all about that money. Read on.
Verse 3. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid it me, that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee.
Exactly. He didn't supposed to get. That's his father's area. That's his father's heritage. He ain't supposed to give that up, right? Let's see how the king reacted. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased, because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed, and turned away his face, and would eat no bread.
His whole countenance changed. Like, they ain't gonna sell me that. We gonna skip a little bit, but then his wife starts seeing him like that. His wife go and just make up a scheme to get Naboth killed, so they can get the vineyard. And let's see, did it work? That's what I'm saying. Covetous don't turn into I want the field, and now I'm finna turn into straight up murder. That's straight bully. Nah, it's mine. It's good. He's dead. But let's read. I think verse 16. I think. Yeah, read verse 16.
Verse 16. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, to take possession of it.
And he took it. Jezebel got it, gave him that okie doke, got him murdered, and then he took the possession of it. I'm telling you, man, people are crazy, bro. People that love money, they're crazy. They'll destroy any relationship. They don't give a damn. They just want that money. They get covetous. They get murderous. All the crazy stuff that when you say, hey, you supposed to love your brother, they don't give a damn. It's straight hatred. Straight up hatred. Now let's read, give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. Because some of us are married. And sometimes your spouse may be better at money than you. Guess what? You need to chill and let that person handle the money. It's going to help your relationship. Because ain't nothing going to, trust me, when you don't know where your bill's coming from month after month after month, that's going to drain your marriage. Y'all going to be pissed off. Y'all might be yelling about burning, I don't know, what is something ridiculous to burn? Y'all might yelling about burnt toast, right? But really, you just pissed off because you don't know how long these lights gonna stay on. you just already kind of frustrated. You like, boy, if I don't get this money, you like, boy, I get paid on the 17th, and the light's supposed to get cut off on the 17th. I hope they hold off for a couple of hours for me. Lord, please. That's how we be, man. Read that when you got it, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
You see that? You got to be wise. It said wisdom is the defense and money is the defense. But guess what? You got to have wisdom to keep that money coming. You got to have wisdom. And guess what, ladies? You can get a job too if you're married. You don't got to worry about the man always holding it down. Now, be smart about it. I know some people got a bunch of freaking kids, right? Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You got a bunch of kids. You got to weigh the balances. It's like, all right, if I get somebody to come in and take care of the kids, how much would that cost? Because you don't want to be working for free. You know what I'm saying? Like your whole paycheck go into taking care of the kids. That'll be dumb, right? That's just a waste of time. But even if that's going on, you can still help your husband out. You know, I'm saying helping your husband out because your husband is supposed to be working. Put that out there. So you, just what? Your husband might be you might be working on something, some kind of little side thing. You know, hey, let's get this business going while you're at home. Something that you can do here, or you can be helping me out with some paperwork or whatever I got going on at work. You literally can be your husband assistant to make him even better. Then maybe he'll get raises, and maybe y'all get more money, or maybe he'll get the certification. Maybe you get what I'm saying? Be a helpmeet. That's all I'm saying. Get Tobit. We can get Tobit chapter 2. Let me show him what our foremothers done did. You don't just sit there and just let everything go to waste, go down. Let's start chapter 2, verse 10. When Tobit went blind.
Tobit chapter 2 and verse 10. And I knew not that there were sparrows in the wall, and mine eyes being open, the sparrows muted warm dung into mine eyes, and a whiteness came into mine eyes. And I went to the physicians, but they helped me not. Moreover, Achiacharus did nourish me until I went into Elimaeus.
Now he went blind. Let's see what his wife did when he went blind, when Tobit went blind. Read.
Verse 11. And my wife Anna did take women's works to do. And when she had sent them home to the owners, they paid her wages and gave her also besides a kid.
Then they gave her a goat. So she went to go work. She was like, my husband is blind. He needs my help. He needs my assistance. So you got to be wise when you married. You're married, and I trust me. I listen to both sides. You got to be a good judgment. When there's some struggling with money, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your wife she's gonna need some kind of confidence in you, or some kind of comfort zone with you. I ain't trying to say you got to have the best stuff, but you better understand how to maintain what you got. That's what you need to be working on, maintaining what you got. When you maintain what you got, your bills is on time, whatever, and you maintain it, you got that flow, she will get comfortable with you. Brothers, we want to be called Lord, and you ain't the Lord of nothing. Because you have it for a day, then you're gone the next day. You're like, damn, bro, like, but you got to have some control over your environment. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of hard. I'm trying not to use the normal word, be a man. You know, hey, it's levels to that. Be a man. But it's levels to that, man. Come on now. You gotta know how to deal with your household first. You know what I'm saying? Then you can deal with the body of the church. You can't go nowhere. You can't even pay your bills. Where you gonna go? You gotta ask it, hey, can y'all help me get over here so I can spread the word? And you're like, yo, don't you got a job, bro? Can't you drive over there yourself? But anyway, we're gonna move on. Like, now we seeing that money reflect it get in your relationships too. Now let's go into what other sin this money is. You idolize it. You would do anything for money. you would sell anything. Some of y'all would sell preaching or whatever you call preaching. You not bad. You like, hey, I preach for hire. You know, I sell you a stupid looking white man that just have you feeling like you the king around here with his stupid necklace on with his white dude swinging from your neck. Teacher Brochet just swinging, glowing and shit. Oh, my bad with the language. You know what I'm talking about. Right. You look, they be swear they looking dope. Man, guess what, man? Y'all just idolize money. You idolize money so much, so you trying to show it off. All right, they'll do anything to earn a little cash flow. Let's get Acts, man. I did say something about they'll sell you anything. They selling jewelry with Jesus on it. They selling Easter bunny candy on the side of the road. You're like, what the hell? They buying and selling on the Sabbath day. They didn't know it's a Sabbath day. You know how many people you were running to like, oh yeah, I know it's a Sabbath. Brother, you got like 18 bags in your freaking hand. What are you talking about? Do you know how to keep the Sabbath? Yes. You just what they buying and selling? No. And walk off with a bag of groceries. What the hell is that? Evil as hell, man. Read that Acts 19. Let's start at verse 24. When they got mad, it was getting mad because Paul was converting people out there, bringing out the gospel. They got mad as hell. Like, man, you messing up my money.
Acts chapter 19.
What the hell is this?
In verse 24. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation.
You see, they said they didn't bring no small money. They was making some big money. Read on.
And said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia.
Paul was putting in that work. Well, read.
This Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods, which are made with hands. Verse 27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath, and cried out, saying, Great is Diana of the Ephesians.
So they stood up the crowd. They yelling and going crazy. Like, man, this dude is taking all our money. He's taking our money because we just selling random things. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, people would lose their mind. You think they didn't know that those was idols? Because they making it. They know that's an idol. They just know that it also, that's how they get their wealth. They wealthy men. They're like, hey, yo, we can't have him doing this. Those same men, they're going to be like, can you just give me a drop of water? Give me a drop of water, bro. Have some mercy on me when they in them torments. So you got to watch yourself, man. Let's get Micah. Micah 3, start at verse 9. Micah 3 and verse 9. Might have to speed it up a little bit. I don't know how much time I got left.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob, and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood, and Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward.
They judge for what?
For reward.
They judge for reward. They judge for a gift. Read.
And the priests thereof teach for hire.
They teach to get paid. Read.
And the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, Is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us.
You see that madness? Straight up madness, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, when money, if you all about money is over everything, you're going to be doing the same. I know y'all read them like, ain't nowhere in hell, ain't nowhere in hell. You're just going to do it your own way. You're going to be a little different today, you know what I'm saying? But you'll do it. You got preachers locking up doors. Like, y'all ain't leaving till y'all better put this money here. Or y'all ain't leaving. I give you Isaiah 56, verse 10.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs.
See, they're a bunch of dummies. They'll tell you, but I got some money. I got some money. I ain't been oppressed. I ain't oppressed. All right, dummy. Read on.
They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough.
They can't get enough. They don't understand the need for things in life. Read.
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
They dumb leaders. They dumb dog leaders. Read.
They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter.
They all on the corners of the street selling drugs. They doing anything just for a little money. Sometimes you looking at them like, bro, like what happens next, man? You gonna sell drugs you gonna be 85 sitting on the corner selling drugs with a cane or something? Like, what the hell are you gonna do, man? What the out game is? I never really understood it, man. I saw they clone Tyrone and threw me a loop because I'm like, that's for real? Because I don't know about, I lived in the projects in the hood. I seen people go to prison, but it was still somebody right there. Like, how many of these dudes are out here? They got an army of drug dealers. Like, what is this? They just like baby kids with drug dealers out here or something. Like, what the hell? Ain't that the same dude I saw the other day? They all dressed the same and everything. You know what I'm saying? They even got that one leg up on the left side, on the left leg. I don't know. They used to do that in the 80s, man. But anyway, hey, but the key to everything, man, get you a self-respectful job. Get 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10, man. Get a real job, man. Get a real freaking job and handle your business, man. And even if you got a job you don't like and you good at it, well, you won't try to be the manager. Be the supervisor or something. But read that. 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. You know what I want.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you.
This is what we commanded you to do.
That of any would not work, neither should he eat.
Yeah, you be satisfied if you had a good job. Sometimes you gotta boost up your funds. You gotta go get it so you can do the work of the Lord. So you can actually do some traveling. For you can, it is what it is. Get Sirach 7, 7 and 15.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7 and verse 15. Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained.
So, don't be mad because you got to work a little harder. Some people going to sit at the desk. Some people going to be moving boxes. It is what it is. Some people going to be driving. And some people going to have to jump off the back of a truck and grab some trash and throw it up there 100 and something times a day. It is what it is. Don't hate laborious work. Because you just need money. You need to survive and maintain yourself. Get that Ecclesiasticus 29 and 21. The chief things.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 verse 21.
Read.
The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and an house to cover shame.
And a house to cover your shame. Let's read on.
Verse 22. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
Hey, just get what you need, man, because you don't want to have to live in somebody else's house and they telling you when to be there, when not to be there. You be like, my mama coming down, so you're going to have to get the hell out of here for like a week or two. I need that bed. You got to go and take them sheets with you. Like that, and that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You the one did it. That's on you. You know what you did to put yourself in that situation. And then another thing, when you get money like that, you got to give alms to help the body grow, help the body pay the bills. And then when somebody in a lower state, you can help them out. So get that in Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 7. And we're going to close it out with this one. You know what I'm saying? You don't need money to be, what they call it, getting on them 22, 24-inch rims and still living with your mama in the projects. The hell is wrong with y'all? Like, inside peanut butter, outside jelly. Read that when you got it.
Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 7. Give
Read.
alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let not thine eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of God shall not be turned away from thee.
You see that? Give your alms. Your alms save. Don't you know that you need to give alms to cover some of your sins? So give alms, man. Give what you need to give. What I mean is that some of us don't have that much. If you only got $10 and you gave $1, that's 10% of your check. What you got, you just gave. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But make sure you give alms. Make sure you get a job, and don't worry about what nobody else. Don't be covetous. Don't be all about the money. You out there doing what God knows what for a little change. Because it ain't. What you think the end game gonna be? You're just gonna get tormented. All right. Hey, and with that, I say shalom. I hope y'all was edified. Hey, make sure you subscribe to our channel and all the channels. But since I'm in Orlando right now, subscribe to Orlando's channel. How you guys see Orlando? All right, shalom, most high, Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.